Top dogs, this is our final project for the year. This is something that you will work on the next couple weeks while you are in art, and it is our weaving project. So you're going to be working on a loom. This one is made of cardboard, and you are going to be wrapping your loom with your warp threads. There are two different terms that I'm going to use in here today, warp and weft. So warp threads run vertically, and weft run left to right. The easiest way to remember that is thinking weft to right. Get it? So left to right or weft to right go horizontally, warp goes vertically. So the first thing we do to get our loom set up is we're gonna pick up this little spool of yarn. They're pre-wrapped for you to about the length that you are going to need. When we're done today, this is what the front of it is going to look like. This is what the back of it is going to look like. You notice that it is tied right here. So to start, I'm going to unwind a little bit, and on the back, your name is on the back. If you're in my class, the name is on the back. You're going to run a thread. These are the teeth at the top. You're going to put your thread through the first tooth up here, in between, and it should be about as long as the loom. So you can see it goes to the bottom. I want it kind of long. Then, you've got to pay attention to what you're doing, because I make mistakes when I do this too. I'm going to try and not make any, but I might. We are going to wrap this down around the back and then down through the next tooth. So it's going to go, so you've got your first one, it is going to go down in between these first two teeth, and then on the back side it is going to go all the way up and into the next tooth. So now I'm back on the front side. I'm going to bring it straight down and come through the next one, the next tooth. It is actually very easy to accidentally skip a tooth. You're going to bring it back up to the top, and it's going to go into the third one. You're going to bring it back down to the bottom, and it's going to go into, see, I almost went into that one. That would be skipping one. It's going to go into the fourth one. And you are going to continue this pattern until the entire thing is totally covered. I'm going to wrap this real quick. I'll speed up the video and then show you how to finish it. Okay, so now that I have wrapped the whole thing, I'm just going to double check the bottom to make sure I have yarn coming in and out, and double check the top. Yes. Okay, so when you finish, and if you noticed, I have a tooth missing on the top of my yarn, or not my yarn, the top of my loom. No big deal, I'm just not going to use that last tooth there to put yarn in. So when you finish, you're going to finish at the top and then at the bottom. If you have extra yarn, that's fine. You're just going to snip it off. I just cut it off with scissors. And then you are going to tie this into a knot. Now, you don't want it to be loose. If it is loose like this, when you start weaving, it's going to become loose on the front. Your warp threads are going to be loose. So you want this pretty tight. So you're going to tie a knot once, and then it's kind of like tying a Christmas package. If anybody's ever asked you to put your finger here to hold it, you might want to have somebody put their finger there so then you can tie a tight knot around their finger, and then they can slip their finger out. I can do it by myself. So I'm just going to hold it there and then double tie it, just double knot it. And that's it. So it is nice and tight. That is wrapping your loom with your warp threads. I'm gonna trim that off. And now I am ready to start the weaving.